What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are playing more of the Council. My name is Jordan, that's J-O-A-R-N-A, and when we last left off, they dropped us off in dear old Mother's room. Ooh, what's that? Collector's coins, yes. So yeah, they dropped us off in Mother's room to investigate what was going on. Thankfully, we have the ability to talk ourselves out of committing murder.
In the chimney.
So God bless the late 1700s.
There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting.
But what does it say?
It says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be?
The man with the sword?
Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Okay, we have to find a man with a sword now, apparently.
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured.
Swear to consult your notes. She says we must find a way to communicate. Someone is on to us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. I'm assuming it's one of the paintings in the room. Let's keep taking a look around. There's a lot of stuff in here.
Will give me a little reprieve.
I am really low on my effort points.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Difficulty 3 occultism. Here's negative. Let's pop some of this.
A fierce opponent of the first Christians, St. Paul is suddenly struck by the call of Jesus Christ and converts. It's the best known conversion in Christian history, which teaches us that even enemies of Christ can be saved, and even become his greatest apostles after finding faith. From what I can recall, the account of his conversion could be found in the epistles.
I'm not 100% sure. So, like, when he has these, like, insight moments, does it grant me anything? Okay, great.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors, too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Thank you, Jesus. So what was the point of all that? Anything over here? Nope. Alright, let's go in the other room. It's locked?
The door appears to be locked on the other side.
Fucking kick that shit open. Whoops.
I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound like a key falling to the floor.
Difficulty 3. Force the door. I guess let's force the door.
So much for discretion.
Fucking, we're going through that door whether you like it or not. Yeah.
It's open.
It sure is, Louis. Alright, let me just go back here real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything else, which I'm sure I probably am. What's down here? Didn't we already look at this? Yeah, we've looked at this stuff. Let's speed this along. Come on.
Fragment left. Hey,
we shouldn't have to look at this again.
She says we must find a safer way to communicate.
Yeah, I know.
Onto us.
I'm just pressing buttons,
in my faith in the man
hoping that it moves things along, but I know it won't.
Accomplice here. Who could it be?
Is it Jesus?
Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Alright, let's go into the newly opened room, see what we can find. Alright, we got a lot of stuff. Let's take a look.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Use the right key. Difficulty, yeah, no, I'm not. Actually, you know what I could do?
A chest with the occult symbol representing
pop that
air.
last Carmelite water. Skill use is free. Golden elixir. Really? That was it? Oh, amber for... Oh, there was a bunch of stuff, apparently.
The New Testament.
The Gospels in the... What the Jesus Christ. Alright, I don't need to be reading the Bible. Analyze the book.
This book is incredibly precious. I believe this is the book my mother referred to when calling upon the Lord.
It's just a Bible. Okay, great. I'm glad she's got the Bible. What do we got here? Sophista? Oh, it was a book. That's what I unlocked. Alright.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Okay, we'll have to interact with that at some point. What are you? Devil's Thorn. What do we got over here? Royal Jelly, I'll need that at some point for sure. Anything here? And they were saying trust the sword. Can I go out into the balcony? Nope. Observe the painting.
St. John, painted by Guido Reni.
Okay.
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the apostles by Guido Reni.
I don't know who this Guido Reni is. Alright, lovely. Oh, hang on.
Amber.
Amber. That's the color of my energy. Alright, so look for clues. Kind of running out of options. We must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. Is there like a passage in the Bible I have to read?
Saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing."
Alright. Lovely. Okay, can we interact with this?
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni.
What? I don't understand why he looks at it and he's like, oh, it looks like this has been moved recently, and then completely ignores the rest of it. Like, is there something over here I can... Alright, well, are we stuck? Okay. Saying that these have been moved recently, but I can't interact with it any more than I can right now. Not seeing like any painting of someone with a sword. Oh wait, a sword. I want to just... Alright, for some reason I was thinking there was a sword of Damocles under the bed curtain. Okay, another painting. I can't go outside. Is it possible to leave the room if I wanted to? I cannot. So there has to be something here for me to interact with that I'm currently missing.
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Can't go there. Let's find a safer way to communicate. Someone is on to us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. What man with the sword? None of these paintings have any type of sword. Oh, wait. Wasn't there one of a guy writing? Let me take a look at this one. I don't think...
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni. St. Paul is shown holding a sword.
There we go.
Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame.
Okay, let's read
Let's
that.
take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean?
No. We've written the number 11 and underlined it twice. So is that a verse out of the Bible? Underlined it twice. No, wait. It's got to be something in here. The Gospels and the Acts of the Book of Revelations. Who was? Wait, let's go back. Stop
I'll
reading.
just come back later.
Yeah, the answer's in the book. It's just a question of.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
All right, so we got to go take a look at the Bible, and I'm assuming it's the Gospel according to Paul. Book of Revelations. Oh, wait, nope. Epistles of Paul. Let's see if there's something in here about chapter 11. Not to be confused with bankruptcy.
I
There we
say
go.
then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. But wait, a note from Mother is
Called it.
carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative.
Who is
Awaiting
E?
your reply. Hidden behind
I wonder
the
if that's
youngest
Elizabeth.
apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
Well, I would imagine it's probably the youngest apostle. Observe, scrutinize the frame.
The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. What was it my mother said? That she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle. Ah, of course.
Look, yeah.
There's something written behind the painting.
Or look behind the
On the
frame.
second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add one companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
Think about the code.
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard. Hey, wait! That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle. Right. This painting is
It all
therefore
makes sense
associated
now,
with
even
the
though I've
answer
already
which
kind of
Eve
figured it
had to
out.
give to my mother. Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer.
1 to the left and 3 to the right.
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add one companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
Alright, so I'm thinking if it's 1 to the left and then 1, 2... Oh wait, maybe it's under the sheet?
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Maybe it's this one? No, I can't interact with that one anymore. Those are the painting. Look at the frame.
There's nothing worth noticing here.
Inspect the dusty piece of furniture behind the painting?
It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Okay. If it's dusty, we don't need to exit.
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
No.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
No. Let's see if I can examine the candlestick. Observe the painting. Inspect surroundings. Oh, what about... Examine the candlestick.
No, nothing of value here.
Okay. And the painting. I'm assuming the furniture.
Marks, deliberately drawn in the dust.
What?
8 in all.
Look at the fingerprints. He's saying that there's stuff that's deliberately drawn in there, and he's like, whatever. Examine the candlestick behind the painting. Let's move away. What the fuck? Apostles 1, 2, Roman 11. I'm glad you found this one. I was afraid. Pick up the package you know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. It says 1 to the left and 3 to the right. So 1 and then 1, 2, 3. Oh.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Let's see. I can't imagine that that's the one. Like, it's got to be something in here. Take a look at this one again.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust.
Let's find a way to communicate.
There's a small inscription engraved on
Roman
the
chapter
frame.
11, verse 11. I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid that the code to lead you. Pick up the package. You know where
Just
to
above
find
that,
it.
someone's
Imperative.
written down the figure 11 on the
Hide.
painting.
Hidden behind the
And underlined
youngest
it twice.
apostle.
No, what does that mean?
This is a conundrum. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's pause the episode right here. When we come back, we'll give it one more. We'll do one more episode trying to figure out where to go or where to find this package. I have a feeling that it's got to be one of these three things. I'm not 100% sure. My name has been Jorna, everybody. That's Joarna. I'll see you all next time.